Right, I've gone live 2 minutes early so people can get in. Let me just share it on Twitter. 1 sec. Just share it. I'm sharing it now. Not done one of these in like 2 weeks. Share it on my Snapchat as well. All right, make sure you're getting your questions in and getting in the chat. I'm just sharing it now. There's one person here. 2 people here. How are yous? I'll explain why I've not done a Q&A in a few weeks, and like as the Q&A goes on, as the sort of stream goes on, you'll understand why more. Just make sure, just say hi in the chat if you're here, so I know you're here, so I know I'm literally not talking to myself. There's one person here. I've shared it on my Snapchat and my Twitter. Again, I don't have the same juice I used to on Twitter. Sean says, sup. You all right, Sean? I appreciate you coming in. I know you don't often come into the streams, but I appreciate you coming in. It's 2 people here. I'll explain why I've not done one of these in a few weeks, in a few minutes. Yeah. How are you? Are you all right? How's your day going? I'm a bit rusty. I can't lie. I'm a bit rusty because obviously I've only done the football podcast, and at that point, it's more of a professional vibe rather than a chilled vibe like this is today. RHM was getting his chats in earlier, saying make sure you share the stream and enjoy it. I appreciate that, RHM. Consistent viewer of the channel. Just trying to get people in now. Yeah, so it's been a lot of changes recently in my life. Like when I say recently, I mean over the past few weeks. Blakey says, afternoon, mate. Donny says, yo, hope yous are all right. Yeah, so right, I'll start explaining. Obviously, like Blakey knows a lot, and so does Donny, a lot of what's going on because I'm quite close, especially to Blakey. I'm quite close and speak to him a lot. But there's been a situation where I'm just not happy in general, and I've sort of mentioned it a few times on the channel. I've not really been happy over the past few months. Been going through some stuff and stuff like that, and it's resulted in me not feeling happy at college, which has then led to me sort of leaving college. And it's not been a decision that I've took lightly, and it's not a decision that I would say, oh, just leave college to people. I wouldn't say that, or leave education or whatever, or leave your job or whatever if you're not happy. I know it's not that simple. With me, it's sped up last week. I'm not going to say which job it is that I'm looking to go for. A few people may know that are in here now, as I've spoke about it privately to them, but I'm not going to say it on here until I get it, at least, if I'm allowed to say it after that as well, if I get it. But it's a job which it's a perfect job for me. There's the experiences that I could get with this job are monumental, in like to help me get experiences with my podcast and help me with my podcast and stuff like that. And I'm going to be, I can't really say much more than that. But the job sort of came up last week. I think it was around last week, Tuesday. So that's when it sort of sped up. And the idea of me leaving college has been going round and round in my head for ages anyway. But I've put on my Twitter that the stream schedule may be all over the place for the next few months, or for a while, maybe not a few months, but just for a few weeks at least. As I say, like sometimes it can't be helped. Like for example, it's likely that I've got an up and coming sports journalist on for the Premier League game week review on Tuesday called Mo. Mo Ibrahim, his name is. So that could be at 8 p.m. It also could be at 4 p.m. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what times fit us both. Whereas I was working it around my college timetable. So that's one thing that sort of been one of the reasons why I've been inconsistent on Twitter. I've sort of deactivated for a few hours several times over the past week or two, and then I've had like really seriously bad headaches. I don't know if you remember when I did the stream with Jay Motti the other week. I was saying I'm really not well. I've got a really bad bug, and I thought, yeah, it's just a bug. So I've been doctors. I've had a course of steroids and antibiotics, and even painkillers, obviously for my head, as I've been having really bad headaches. But for some reason, these headaches ain't going. It was just hair killing here, but it's all over my head now. I've got a few possibilities in my head, and whether people can say maybe I'm overthinking it, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But one of the possibilities is maybe I did have COVID last year, October. I know it was a while ago now, but last year, October, maybe I've got long COVID, which does exist, which my uncle's got. Maybe I've not got long COVID. Maybe I've got maybe I've got something like that. Maybe I've got high blood pressure, but my blood pressure's been fine. Maybe I've got I don't know. Maybe I've just got a bug or tension headaches, which I did get told it was tension headaches. So it's a difficult situation, which something has been one of my worries. So that's another reason why I've not, because these Q&As, they seem to be my sort of therapy sessions for. They seem to be my therapy sessions for. I don't know how to explain it for the week. Daz Games HD. Wait, is that Darren? I've not spoke to you in ages. If that's Darren, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Add me back on Snapchat if that's Darren. Just remove me and add me again. I've got my story public for a reason over the next week or two. Yeah, I've had two tests, Sean. I've had two tests. Yeah, remove me and then add me back. I'm just gonna say, hold on, let me just turn this heater off. I'm just going to say I don't play PlayStation anymore, despite there being a PS5 there. I don't play PlayStation anymore. I also barely talk on Snapchat anymore. I've got my story public for a reason, even though it doesn't say that you've seen my story. I'm not sure. How did you even find my Darren? Right, message me on Twitter. I'm not going to say my Snapchat on here. Message me on Twitter, and because my Twitter is FTBLOBS. Let me just put that in here because I've not got it in the thinger. Right, my Twitter's there. Message me there. I've got my message. I've got my DMs open, so message me there. I have been tested twice. I've got a feeling that I've had a negative test when I should have had a positive test. Either that or I've got long COVID. One or the other. I'll obviously respond to you when I can, Darren. Whether that's I will be busy after this because I'll be updating my CV and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you're all right. I've not spoke to you in like a year or something like that. That's mad. I'm not even sure how you found my channel. I don't know if I'd already told you about my channel or what. Just ask any questions, lads or lasses, if there's any girls in here. Current Ollie stance. Man, I backed Ollie to the very end, and people are saying the same thing every day. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. He needs to be sacked. Yeah, he needs to be sacked. But I can't think about it every day. It's unlikely that I'm going to be able to watch the United match on Saturday, as I've got something I need to do at 2:35 on Saturday, and the game's at 3 o'clock. Which that something may take an hour, and may take around an hour and a half. It's also my birthday, so I'm going to be getting ready for a meal. So even if I have the game on, I'll be barely watching the game. Yeah. Wait, TA. Who is this? Is this from someone from Twitter? Yeah. RHN says, make sure you like and subscribe, get your questions in and share. I appreciate that, RHN. There's 7 people in here. Do you think that we can win the league again under the Glazers? I do. I would like to have that sort of faith that can happen. Whether I believe that can happen right now, probably not. I always feel we're going to be one step away. Now I don't even feel we're one step away. I think the squad is looking. The squad's not as good as I think as we originally thought it was. The right back's not good enough. 2 centre backs aren't good enough. The CDM isn't good enough. Pogba's don't perform consistently enough. We've got injury issues all over the place. So that is an issue within itself, and we're always going to be we're always going to be at a disadvantage to clubs that are run properly. Clubs like Chelsea, clubs like City, despite the stuff their owners allegedly do off the pitch, we're always going to be at a disadvantage. And then you've got teams like West Ham who are now up and coming in the sense of the building something. So I feel like we're always going to be one step behind from everything. To be fair, Darren, I don't concentrate on the Championship. I know you're a Fulham fan, so obviously it's going to be a difficult one, isn't it? Yeah, from Twitter, bro. What's your current United Liverpool 11? Off the top of my head, can I say De Gea? De Gea has been one of the players of the season, surely. So De Gea, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Gomez, Robertson, Fabinho, McTominay, Bruno, Salah, Ronaldo, Rashford. I'm your moderator while not being your moderator. I don't even know how to mod you in here, you know. Because obviously I'm doing it via StreamYard, so I don't know how to mod you. Top 6 prediction in no order. I'm not gonna give an order. In no order. City, Chelsea, West Ham. That's 3. Liverpool 4. United, I think we'll finish 5th or something like that. And then you've got teams like even Brighton are doing all right. Do you know what I mean? So you've got United, City, West Ham, Liverpool, Chelsea, and then there's one more. So that's 5. Who else? Do you know what I mean? Who else will it be? You can win the league with your owners because Liverpool did with ours, but you need a decent manager. See, obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of how Liverpool's run, obviously, but it from what I know, it was sort of a Moneyball method. I've not actually watched that film, but I've heard of the method. Hold on. Hello. Hi, Kine. Hope you're all right. I hope I kept you entertained on that Twitter space last night. It was a fucking class space, to be fair. Thoughts on Mitrovic? Overrated? No, I'm joking. Honest thoughts. He seems to smash it in the Championship every single season he's in the Championship, and then not do well in the Premier League ever. Gomez over Varane. I'd put Varane there, but I mean, he said current, so obviously players that are fit. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether Varane's fit yet. I'm not sure. Varane's definitely better than Gomez, obviously, but Varane hasn't proved himself in a United 11. That performance against Spurs was a monster performance. Same reason why Thiago isn't there. Yeah, as Gomez even played over McTominay. Yeah. Thiago. Yeah. Well, yeah, McTominay has. It's a difficult situation, isn't it? Because Thiago is quite clearly better than McTominay. Yeah, it's just watched the games with Varane and without. I don't think Varane has been as good in every single game as made out. And you know that, I've said that to you before. I'm not just saying that. I've said that to you before. I think he's talking overall. How do you deal with supporting Man United? Being a fan myself, I always think about them. And under the current regime, I feel the only pain is what I'll gain from supporting United. That only pain is what I'll gain. Right. Right. I get where you're coming from, and I've spoke about this on Twitter several times now. And obviously you may not have seen the tweets that I've spoke about, but what I've said is with football, football's a pastime for us all. And when the Super League was a thing, do you know what I mean? It was proposals, which I know they still talk about it now, but when there was proposals there, very clear proposals, it was like, oh shit, we might have this taken away from us. We need to protest this, that, and the other. We need to stop this. But with football now, I see it as I'll be annoyed that United have lost, or even genuinely like depressed, but like I don't let it affect my whole life. I understand that you do, and I understand that it's everything to some people, and it has been that to me in the past. Um, for what I advise when United lose or when your team loses, to just watch a film or do whatever you enjoy, and be with family or whatever. If it affects you that much, you know what I mean? Um, how do I deal with it? Again, I just put on a film and just chill. You see, like if you go back and watch the stream after we lost 5-0 against Liverpool, where sort of people were saying, do a stream, like genuinely do a stream. I sort of said, yeah, I'll do a stream, but I'm not going to start just going mental. I've not got the energy for that. Um, I suppose I wasn't well at that point either, though. If it's overall, Varane is over Gomez. Of course, yeah, of course. Nah, yeah, I agree. Overall, Varane is clear. Doesn't have to be in the Prem. Class is class. Nah, yeah, I agree, yeah. Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson, Bruno, McSauce, Keita, Salah, Ronaldo, Rashford. You put Keita there. Fair enough. He's a great player, but he's not fit enough, is he? Fair enough. That space last night was fucking amazing. Made me crease. Yeah, man. I'm entertaining. Uh, Thoughts on the fans who went to the Fulham game straight after the protest? All right. Well, I went to the Fulham game. I feel like you've still got to support your team. You like people say, don't fund the Glazers, and I keep saying this. If you watch the games, even on an illegal stream, you're funding the Glazers because there's adverts on them streams. There's adverts, there's traffic going to that website, which is funding Premier League TV, which it's called in other countries, which then funds United and all the clubs in the Premier League. So there's no way around sort of funding the Glazers, which is what people say. People are always going to go to the games, and I'm lucky enough to go to the games. So I suppose if anyone got a chance to go to the game and offered to go to all games, I definitely would, especially that game. It's a game which goes down in history, that United versus Fulham game. Despite not winning, it's a game which for a whole year, which no one alive has ever experienced, where we've been in lockdown, maybe unless you were in the war or whatever. Like we were locked up for a whole year basically, and no fans were in the ground, and then we got back to the ground. You know what I mean? It's a game that will go down in history. I think Pogba's been better than McTominay as well. Now I disagree, Sean. Pogba is better than McTominay ability wise. He just doesn't perform consistently enough. Is a Liverpool United at 11. Did you have a good time yesterday? Yeah, I enjoyed it. MZ, not a Liverpool Madrid. Shaq says with the eyes emoji. I know that's your favourite emoji. Pogba doesn't deserve it. Fucking hate him. Nah, I don't hate any United player, just any player in general, to be fair. But I'm just done with Pogba. Like, unless he does something special, which is contribute massively to us winning the league or the Champions League, which is very, very unlikely, then I'm done with Pogba. He's on £360,000 a week. He doesn't perform to that level at all, ever. Like the first two games, and he'll have like 5-10 good games a season. That doesn't warrant being the highest paid player in Premier League history, which he wants with his new contract. It doesn't warrant that. Football is my escape. No, yeah, I understand that, Sean. It was my escape in lockdown, so I understand that. France is everything to me, to be honest. Football is everything to me. If weeks gets ruined, if we lose, we've been good. Oh, France performance. I've been happy with our performance, especially in Benzema and Mbappe. Fair enough. Yeah. You know I prefer Mbappe over Haaland. Although I hate Glazers, if I was offered a United season ticket, I would 1000% take it regardless. I'm sure. Yeah, of course, I'm sure anyone would. It's like it's different. Like I'm not saying, oh, you're not a good fan if you watch it on TV or whatever, but it's a different vibe at the ground. You know what I mean? You're with the lads. You're having a laugh. You know what I mean? You're there chanting, singing. It's a different vibe. Do you know what I mean? Wesley Fofana or Koundé. I've not seen enough of Koundé. I didn't really rate him in the Euros. I'd have to say Wesley Fofana. For me, Fofana, but I'll see how he is after the injury. Yeah, the injury was an awful injury. I remember seeing a video of it. hopefully he comes back better than ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't wish that on someone. Mbappe, Hive, stand up. Yeah, I prefer Mbappe to Haaland. I don't know. There's just something about Mbappe which he massively contributed. He was a key part to his country winning the World Cup at age 18. I'm 19 on Saturday, but now I'm 18. Imagine me doing that. Like, I can't imagine it. Can't imagine me contributing massively to England winning the World Cup. Fana is clear. Kylian. Yeah, I don't know how the tune goes. Is it Kylian Mbappe? Is it like that? I prefer Mbappe and he's better. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, Haaland is undoubtedly a great player and he's world class, but Mbappe just is better like he is. It's hard to judge though, isn't it? Because obviously you've got the they're in the league. He's in the league and Mbappe, and then you've got Haaland in the Bundesliga. No game. Right, I've just embarrassed myself there then, haven't I? Yeah, these are like therapy sessions for me, you know, these Q&As. Just have a laugh in it. New comments. It wouldn't. Who would I rather at United? Do you know what? I'd have to say Haaland because, like, if you're asking me who, like, Mbappe can play anywhere across the front three, obviously, but would I have Mbappe over Rashford? No, I wouldn't have any player in the world over Rashford, no matter what at all. Would I have Mbappe over Ronaldo? No. Who plays on that right? Sometimes Greenwood, sometimes it's Sancho. Would I have Mbappe over our academy product? Over our academy product Greenwood? No, because he's our academy product, and that's what our club and our ethos is. Would I have Mbappe over Sancho? He's 21, Sancho, and I know Mbappe's still young, but Sancho is going to become a great player. So would I have Mbappe? If you offered me him now, of course I would. I'd take him over Martial any day, etc. But it's circumstantial. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Haaland, he can rotate. It can be him and Greenwood as the number 9 for many years to come. They can be rotating. Do you know what I mean? Haaland is a robot and Mbappe is an alien. Mbappe destroyed Man City with Monaco. Oh, remember that. How old was it? What year was it? Was it 2017? So it's 4 years ago. The ungodly things I would do to see United. Mbappe join United. Oh yeah. What am I seeing here? Oh yeah, Quincy Promes has been prosecuted for alleged attempted murder and aggravated assault. That is mental. We've seen a few mental things about Quincy Promes. I'd rather Haaland. I won't watch Man United destroy my idol. I can understand where you're coming from, mate. I definitely can. Make sure to leave a like, by the way. I know there's 7 people in here currently, it says, but it did say 10 or I think it said 11 a few minutes ago. So make sure you leave a like. Good signing for Prison FC. It is mental, isn't it? It's a proper mental story. Like, if you're deep in it. 2017, Mbappe had an amazing run. Monaco had an amazing run, and Mbappe told the world to remember the name. 1 year later, wins the World Cup and joins Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, that's mental. Yeah, because Monaco won the league with that team, didn't they? Was it? The team consisted of players like Fabinho, players like Falcao, players like Mbappe. Who else was in that team? Was Jean Martino in that team as well? Was it? Was it Lopez? Oh no, it weren't Lopez, was it? The goalkeeper, was it Anthony Lopez? Or am I wrong in saying that? I might be wrong. I can't remember the defenders, but I know the team consisted of some great players. It's good to see teams like that, like that Monaco team, like that Lille team from last season. Oh yeah. Bernardo Silva, that player who was just on the screen. I'm not going to mention him. There's a reason why I'm not going to mention him. Subasic, the left back. I'll just say that it was the left back. Subasic. Oh, he was. I'm sure he's like a FIFA OG, innit? is it FIFA 15? He had a great card. Was it? He used to play for Dortmund, didn't he? If France makes the finals, I'll sell everything to go watch live. Ooh. Finals of the World Cup. Ooh, is Barbados near Qatar? It's in Qatar, innit? I nearly said Dubai. Sidibe. Oh, Jibril Sidibe. He's another one. Yeah. Bernardo Silva and Mbappe Fabinho, the left back, and Lemar. Yeah. Yeah, so it's been a busy week. It's gonna be a busy few weeks. So if I'm just saying now, as I've said already, if the stream schedule is all over the place, and if I seem all over the place, probably because it is, everything is all over the place. Just try to sort a few things out at the moment. Need to update my CV as soon as I finish this stream, and try and get this job. I'm trying to jump into this job with both feet. Bakayoko. Oh, FIFA 17, Bakayoko. Clean your room. Right, let me just explain to you something. Right, so where I'm pointing here, my bedside cabinet's here. What's on there is my PS5 controller, my J2O, and my 2 TV remotes, yeah? So that's clean. The wire's there from my PlayStation, which I can't help, that's there. And then my bed's there, which is made. It's just my tracksuit top there, which I didn't want on because I had the heater on. So it's clean. It's generally clean. I don't know why I'm explaining myself about my room, but it's clean. It's Donny an island boy. Is Barbados an island? Yeah. I don't know much about geography and stuff like that. I want United to play PSG so I can watch Ronaldo and Mbappe live. I'd prefer us to get an easier draw than that in the Champions League. Let me assure you of that. We're closer to England than Qatar. Oh, that's mad, isn't it? Is it in Europe? Again, like I said, I don't know much. Like I don't know. I'm not geographically clued up, so I don't know much. Ronaldo versus Messi. Oh yeah. PSG could be semis. I don't mind. You again with United, you wouldn't trust us to win any game, and you wouldn't trust us to lose any game. Like we could lose any game at any point. With us, I think it's in the Caribbean. Oh, is it? Yeah. Donny says yes, kind. Yeah, you've been interacting with me a lot more, aren't you, kind, on Twitter, which is good. Okay. Oh, no one cares about Messi anymore with Ronaldo versus Mbappe. Something I want to touch on with Messi, which a lot of people haven't touched on, and it's not like, oh, mental illness, this, that, and the other. I'm not going to go down that route. I'm just going to sort of point something out, which I found out from someone who's in a group chat with me. I found out around a month ago now. So Messi has autism. And I knew he had some form of like social difficulty, because I could tell, but I didn't know that he had autism. So he's obviously moved to France, while like from living in Spain all of his life, basically all of his life, whether he's born in Argentina or not. Let's be honest, he's lived in Spain for all of his life, and a huge change, like just happened in his life. Do you know what I mean? Whether he's a footballer or not, one of the best footballers in the world. It's with anyone with autism, changes, with like on the spectrum of ADHD, autism, stuff like that. Changes can affect people in different ways. So I'm wondering whether there's an actual reason for him not settling in there. I'm wondering whether maybe people can say it's money, maybe it is money, but maybe it's also a fact of he's struggling with his autism and to sort of adapt to that country and that league. Maybe that's a possibility. I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe it is a possibility because I see a lot of people don't look into it that deep. And I think stuff like that has to be taken into account. Like I say, I'm just going to take it to the very basic level where I say I've not done a Q&A sort of chilled vibe stream like this for 2 weeks, and things that have to be taken into account are things that are going on in my personal life, things that are going on outside of my personal life. So maybe he's struggling with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe he's not. Maybe I'm right. Maybe people are right. Maybe he's down tools, etc. Maybe he just cares about the money at the moment. But surely surely after him being one of the best players in the world, that he would want to conquer France as well. Do you know what I mean? I I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Messi is there was like cancer. I'd like to see Ronaldo smash Messi. Care more about Mbappe seeing Messi. Fair enough. Um, I have ADHD and a bit of autism. It would affect him a bit. Yeah, I've got ADHD, and again, I wouldn't be surprised. Like as I say to people, now I'm an open book. I'm going to speak about whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if I have some form of autism. It's definitely on the same spectrum, and I'm finding out more and more about my ADHD. As more and more things are happening, I've found out. So there's something called executive function disorder, which is linked in with ADHD. It's not a different illness. It's a symptom of ADHD. So let's say there was a drink. Let's say there's a drink there, which there is a drink where I'm pointing to here. Is a J2O. So it's a juice drink. If anyone don't know what that is. So, and I'm thirsty, which I'm actually thirsty right now, but I'm not moving to get that drink for a specific reason because I'm on stream. But let's say I want that drink and I'm just sat here listening to music, for example. Something in my brain, which I can't help, will tell me that it's like that I can't get that. Like I can't be bothered going to get that drink, and it's not laziness. It's a genuine thing. I found it out a few weeks ago. It's a symptom of ADHD. So again, people find out more and more about ADHD and autism and anxiety, etc., stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's on similar spectrum. It's not mango and passion. It's hold on, I'll explain in a minute. He's an Mbappe shadow. Um, doesn't have the mentality of Ronaldo. Ronaldo wants to be the best, and being the best motivates him, and he continues to conquer. Messi says, "I'm my Bauer." Well, let's be honest, right? If we're speaking about Ronaldo, and you're saying about Ronaldo's mentality of wanting to be the best, I'm going to compare it to people like Ronaldo is probably of the same ilk of Elon Musk, maybe even more extreme than that, of Bill Gates, of these richest of the rich, the most mental successful people. And there is something in successful people where, like, if you let's say I say the word psychopath, you got to think, oh, negative, look like that. There's these negative sort of things attached to the word psychopath, which is fair enough. But you can be a psychopath, but a healthy psychopath, if that makes sense, where you're not trying to hurt anyone. You can be a psychopath and psychopathic traits where it's obsession. So let's say Ronaldo, it's a complete and utter obsession. Like he'll wake up and do something healthy. Whereas some of us will have rest days. Some of us will do something where it's not healthy some days, even if we go gym, etc. So Ronaldo is sort of like that, and I understand that Messi maybe isn't like that. Maybe Messi's more naturally gifted, and maybe he isn't. Obviously, I'm just saying in the sense of the motivation sort of sort of thing. Is it mango and passion fruit? So funny story. My favorite used to be orange and passion fruit for years. So I do like I don't really like orange and passion fruit anymore. My mum bought me apple and mango, is it? Yeah, it's apple and mango. So my mum bought me apple and mango, and I thought, what is this? And obviously I knew it existed. I just thought, why she bought me this? Mum said there wasn't any others in, so she said, Just try this," and I thought, "It's well nice that." So I've just carried on with that for a few months. It's nice. Speaking on like carrying on with it for a few months, I have sort of phases where I'll have something for a few months and then not have it for a few months and keep changing it. Again, that's another thing with ADHD and stuff like that, sensory issues. Conor McGregor was a psychopath in the sense he trained constantly, and his obsession is being the best, and he didn't give up no matter what to prove just those who doubted him wrong, just like Van Gogh. Yep. That obviously I can see you've got a very good understanding of people like that. It's a lot. People like very successful people and very famous people are like that. And I'm not saying like very famous people in like maybe Boris Johnson and Donald Trump and etc. like politicians. There, some of them are different types of psychopaths, but psychopaths that where they don't want to hurt anyone, where it's just an obsession. Van Gogh famously said he lost his mind due to his obsession with art and being the best artist. McGregor quoted him and said about how much he dedicated his life and never stopped training. I think I've seen a video of Conor McGregor speaking about like the law of attraction and how it's not hard work. Well, it's not just talent and hard work. It's hard work, determination, and obsession. It's that sort of law of attraction, which from how you speak, I assume you'll sort of be interested in stuff like that. Kind of, and I know you're into like MMA and stuff like that as well. Can't believe I've been live for 35 minutes already. I thought downstairs like about an hour ago, thinking I'm tired. I can't really be bothered. But I thought, no, I'll go live because I've said I'm going to go live. I want to go live. So, and I'm enjoying it as well. 10 likes on it so far. If you've not left a like, make sure to leave a like. Gonna go off to the gym, bro. Good luck. Cheers, thanks, mate. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. Again, obviously I've stopped talking because I was talking an awful lot, so just catching my breath. And obviously, that's actually another thing I was thinking about actually. So I was watching a podcast, and in this podcast they were saying, like, one of them was saying, been a good stream so far. Gonna get some food. Have a good day. Cheers, Kine. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming in. Enjoy your food. Have a good day, mate. They were having a conversation on this stream. It's a stream on this podcast. It's a podcast where they're both mates. They're both chilled vibe. They speak to each other on the podcast like they do in real person. And they were saying one of their mums is into like spiritual stuff in the sense of like these spiritual leaders and stuff like that. And they were saying if someone just stops in the middle of a sentence or in the middle of a conversation like that, you're gonna like we all think that's awkward as just natural human instinct. Whereas these spiritual leaders and stuff like that, they don't care about shit like that. They'll just stop like that, and they'll not think it's awkward because if you're saying or anything like that, it's a sentence filler. So people, you don't really care what people think about you. So you care what people think about you, so they don't think bad of you. And I do it an awful lot. I notice completely, especially since I've been doing the podcast. I've noticed it an awful lot. But if if you're speaking to someone in real life, if you're having a normal conversation, and you're going to think about what you're going to say, it's natural for a sort of pause to happen in it. Like, or am I chatting? Am I just chatting shit? Do you know what I mean? I know that it's natural human instinct to go and then just like keep saying but that's because we care about what the others think. If we stop, it is, and these spiritual leaders don't care about shit like that. And maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Maybe we're doing it all wrong. But again, our brains are conditioned to care about what people think about us. That's not our fault. That's the way our brains are conditioned in just as humans. Do you know what I mean? That's what makes us different from any other species, I assume. Probably just chatted a load of rubbish about that for like 4 minutes. Make sure you're getting your questions in. The I've just seen some because I've got the stream up on my phone. All right, there we go. The comments do take I think there's a delay in the comments coming on the PC because I've got the stream up on my phone looking at comments as well. You're not swearing as much though, so that's a positive. Oh yeah. I've got to cut down on that. I've got to cut down. I've been swearing too much for an awful long time. And like let's say I'll send you a video explaining something which I do often. I'm gonna swear because I'm chilled out. I'm at home. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if I'm on camera or if I'm going to work, which I'm trying to get a job currently, as you know, there's going to be, for me, there's going to be sort of implications of a swear for anyone. So I can't just swear all the time. It's not something that's going to work. Again, this is part of me. I feel like I've got to grow up a lot now. I've made this decision in the end to sort of grow up, to sort of have this stage in my life where I'm moving from one stage to another, and it's a difficult decision it's going to impact quite a few people around me, but it's a decision where I feel like I need to grow up now. Do you think Ollie will get the sack? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. No, I will continue as a match going fan because people say match going fans still sing Ollie's name and support Ollie's name. Let me just assure everyone in here that's not true. For the past 2 to 3 games, we've not sung Ollie's name. I've had many conversations with many people, and they've all said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is out of his depth. This can't continue. Do I think Ollie will get the sack? No. I will continue to back the team. When I say back the team, I mean I will continue to hope the team wins. Hope the team and the management can pull this around, and the coaches can pull this and turn this around. However, I don't think they will. There's many layers to it. Obviously, we don't. The problem is with us United fans at the moment, we're all searching for answers. We're all talking to our family and talking to our friends and talking to people on YouTube and Twitter and social media. What is the answer? There's so many layers to it. And at the end of the day, none of us have the answer. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's going to be sacked. However, I'll continue to support the team and the management. Quick clip says higher. I hope you're all right. I hope you're having a good day. Green will go 11. All right. Yeah, you interact with me a lot. Yeah. I think I'm subscribed to you on this channel, actually. Obviously, I think you must have asked me to support you or something like that. If you were manager, what would your preferred starting 11? Hold on. Actually, before you say anything, Kashif, I'm genuinely sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, just like tell me in DM or tell me on chat or whatever. I just want to mention something. I'm not sure if you'd like me to mention it, but I did say I'd mention it on my stream, and I took a read last night. Kashif has been doing started a mental health blog again. He was doing a mental health blog. Again, I'm not too clued up with it yet because I didn't know you when you were doing your mental health blog previously. However, I took a read last night, and a few things stuck with me. I think you liked my reply when I said I'd read it, and said which stuck with me. So, I just want to say to you, keep going. And if you ever do need to talk about mental health, my DMs are open. And if you are ever in like a situation where you need to talk to someone over call or something, you can like just ask my number or my Discord or whatever, and I'll just call you, or even we'll go on this and just not go live, as that's possible. Sorry, I just needed to get out that out of the way. I said I'd mention that. If you were manager, what would your preferred starting 11 be? From what we've got currently, right? So De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane, Shaw, McTominay, Van der Beek, Bruno, Sancho, Ronaldo, Rashford. For sure. If Ollie has to stay, I'd love his coaches to go, especially feeling especially is horrible. McKenna and Carrick aren't that good, but better than feeling more attack-minded. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say I'd love his coaches to go. I wouldn't celebrate if anyone got the sack. At the end of the day, they're just humans. I wouldn't celebrate if anyone's lost their job. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if Ollie goes, his coaches do have to go. If we're talking about Ollie staying and his coaches going, that's very unrealistic. It just is. Yes, bro. Yes, you have, bro. Thanks. It's a perfect stream, bro. Thank you, Snadia. I appreciate that. I am all, even though this question ain't for me. De Gea, Tellez, De Gea, Tellez, or Shaw, Lindelof, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Matic, Pogba, Rashford, Bruno, Sancho, Ronaldo. Right. I'm not sure. I think Matic is going after this summer anyway. I think Matic is going. So it's the itch. Yeah, I'm not sure about Lindelof. Would you like Pogba to get a new contract? No, I'm done with Pogba. He doesn't deserve to be the highest paid player in Premier League history. Talent wise, of course he does, but he just doesn't perform consistently enough, Snadia, and he's constantly in the media. He's in the media yesterday with his agent. He's in the media today. He's going to be in the media in the next few weeks again about his contract, and again and again and again. It's been like talk about him ever since he's stepped foot at United again. Like, I just don't get it. I used only off the bench after 65, 70 minutes. I disagree. I think he deserves to start. I'm back, went for food. Hope you enjoyed your food, but Ollie don't have tactics or style of play. I know Ardash, but at the end of the day, we can't control whether Ollie gets sacked or not. So I can't sit here discussing tactics or style of play consistently every single stream, um, like all the time, because at the end of the day, we don't have the answer. You're going to notice a lot that I'm repeating myself, even with questions on here and questions on the actual podcast, the game week reviews. However, it's a difficult situation because we don't have the answer. Yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should probably be sacked, but again, we can't control that. So we can only discuss what can we do going forward, as in what can we hope that he does going forward. In my opinion, Matic should start whenever possible, and I'd like Bailly playing more. Bailly's very reckless, man. Like he'll have 90, 99, 99. He'll have 89 minutes good game, and then 1 minute he'll make a mistake, which leads to an own goal, or which leads to the opposition scoring. In my opinion, which is just not good enough for us. That it's not good, and I'm not one to talk about standards and this that. Do you know what I mean? But if you have a good game for 89 minutes and then you have a mistake leading to a goal, or you're reckless in a challenge and you get sent off, is that a good game? Ollie confuses me because he doesn't stick with one philosophy. Yeah, it confuses me. Like again, how have we managed to get a better team and get worse? I don't understand that. I don't think any of us understand that. It's such a confusing situation to us all. How does that happen? Ollie was great 1920 January to lockdown. Matic Fred after lockdown night. Matic Pogba when he first came. Matic Pogba, Pogba Herrera. I think you meant to say Herrera. And then Matic was key to Ollie staying. We need a CDM. We definitely need a CDM. I'd like Declan Rice, maybe Bissouma. I don't know. I know there was some legal issues going on with Bissouma allegedly, but Declan Rice is improving game on game on game on game. Look at him, the third level on points of City. Like I know that's not just down to Declan Rice, but still, that project restart just after lockdown, we went. How many games was it unbeaten? 17 games unbeaten. It was great. We were scoring goals on goals on goals. It was a great summer that just after like lockdown ended, and even though there was no fans in the ground, it was a great summer. Yeah, sorry, Ander Herrera. Yeah, he's a United fan, Ander Herrera, isn't he? He bossed the midfield against City, didn't he? The other week, for PSG, obviously. Appreciate that. Quick clips you've dropped a like. I appreciate that. 14 likes on the stream so far. We're obviously getting better. I think quite a few people, because I made my Snapchat story public. So people who used to have me on Snapchat, who I don't currently have on Snapchat, because I've not got many people on there anymore. I've sort of seen it and maybe joined. You know what I mean? Can't believe I've been live for 48 minutes. It don't feel like it. Feels like it's been a great stream. This it's been one of the best because it's been some great conversations. Again, I'm not, like I say, like I know I'm not talking to many people here, but I'm just learning more and more each week about things, not just about football. Again, these Q&As aren't just about football; they're about things in general. We will speak about football, but they're just about life in general. So it's been great. Because again, like I'm learning thing after thing. In 2 weeks without a Q&A, when I normally say what's gone on in the week for me, what have you done this week, etc. It's like a sort of very good conversation. I have a meeting, bro. So I'll be about 15 minutes. So I'll be inactive. Have a good meeting, mate. I hope it goes well. Thank you for tuning in. Players lack confidence on the pitch. That's why they rarely possess the ball and keep giving blind passes. Ollie needs to do more. Yeah. I was very confused. I was discussing this with my uncle. I used to think it was just Fred, especially Fred, that is bad at passing. And, like he can't string a pass together, sort of thing. But it's the whole team. Why can't we string a pass together? What is it we do in training? Like it confuses me so much. What do we actually do? Why can't we string a pass together ever? Like the past, how many games we've not been able to string a pass together? Whether Donny start, should Donny start? I assume you mean. Yeah, I think Donny Donovan debate should start. Yeah. Um, I'm not gonna keep like ranting and ranting and ranting. Or when the lineup comes out, even if I'm not happy with the lineup and I say that's not the lineup I would have chose, I will still go ahead and say I hope we win. Do you know what I mean? I hope we do well. I hope McTominay gets a hat trick, etc. Obviously, how unrealistic it is, but if it's McTominay and Fred, I'll say I hope they boss that midfield today. Let's just say, for example, no matter how unlikely it is. Keep getting your questions in, whether it's about football, whether it's about life in general, just how your week's been or whatever. Just ask me about anything. Ask advice. I'll say it. As you know, I'm an open book. So it's been a lot of comments this stream though, which I appreciate. Let me just tell Callum that I appreciate him shouting my stream out. 4 people in here. All right, bro. Gonna be inactive from now. Have a nice time. I appreciate it. It seems a lot of people are going inactive. I'll probably end the stream as it gets to an hour. It's been live 51 minutes. I normally end it around between an hour and a half. So I won't be long. I won't be live for that much longer. Yeah. Have a good day. Have a good evening. I'm not sure what time it is for you, wherever you are. But have a good time, I guess. Am I your best mate? Well, I suppose, yeah, because I speak to you more than pretty much anyone. Um, I feel like I said to you yesterday, I feel like you understand more. Um, you understand a lot of things more. Let's say, for example, Shaq, who was in the chat before, who is probably, I would say, I speak to maybe the second most amount. In the sense of people who I don't live with. So my mum and my uncle. Um, So I feel like he'll let me rant, but you'll rant, you'll let me rant, and you understand as well. You get it. But I suppose that's because you know me in real life. Maybe if people see me in real life, you know how I am. You know what I'm like, etc. Thoughts on mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is well nice, mate. Um, I don't actually know what I'm having for tea. I've not had anything. No, I had a jacket potato for dinner with melted cheese and beans. Um, I don't know what I'm having for tea yet. Uh, I don't know. I think I've got some money in my bank right now, so I might have doner kebab meat, but I'm not sure. What are you having for dinner? For tea, so it'll be tea. Well, I call it tea, and I'm not sure whether you're from England or not. But there's a divide in England basically for whether we should call it dinner or tea. So at, at breakfast, it's obviously breakfast, and then at lunch, people say it's lunch, but like that's the southern part of the country, so London, etc. And then we say dinner at lunch, and then at tea, like in the evening time, we call it tea, and the southern part of the country call it dinner. So I call it tea if you hear me saying what I'm having for tea. I'm at that. That's the meal in the evening time. He's having mayo for dinner. Absolutely not. Um, oh yeah. So to the 4 people who are in here, I have plugged it. I've sort of mentioned it briefly, but my birthday's on Saturday, so yeah. Nah, but genuinely, on a real note, what I'm aiming for. Don't quote me on this. Don't like say, oh, you said you were going to do this. What I'm aiming for is to get a green screen. Like, it won't be a professional green screen. I'm obviously not in a studio. I'm literally doing it from my bedroom. To get a green screen, it'd be like a clip on, so it'll go like here, and it'll clip behind the chair or whatever. And then for the football podcast, as that's more professional, have like a football background, like a pitch, maybe, maybe with Rashford behind it because I like Rashford. I don't know, something like that. And then with this one, maybe have it like some on a beach somewhere. As people have pointed out very clearly, sometimes my room isn't always the cleanest, or well, it's clean. It isn't always the tidiest, I should say. Um, so it would be more of a chilled vibe. Do you know what I mean? For people who are watching. So you're from India. I actually find it amazing that I'm interacting with someone from India just by sitting at my bedroom, sitting, talking, just talking as I would in real life, just with less swearing. Um, as I'm just sat here, just talking to a camera. Yeah, like I know old people say, "Oh, that's the internet. You're only 18, you should know." I do know, but as I'm actually doing it, I find it actually crazy that I'm able to do that. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Um, Make sure to leave a like. Anyone else who's coming in, and it's fluctuating between 4 and 6 people at the moment. I'm just trying to get the likes up. I probably will end this within the next 10 minutes if there's like not much questions coming in, etc. As I say, I need to update my CV. It's not like I'm going to be going. Normally, I'll end these streams and I'll go and chill out, go downstairs, whatever. But I'm not. I'm not chilling out today. I'm going to be updating my CV. I'm going to be doing things. Um, 5 people in here. So I'm just scrolling up the chat to see whether I've missed something. There's been a lot of chats today, which is good. Oh, I've probably got you blocked in it, Darren. If you're still in here, I've probably got you blocked because when we used to argue a lot. Yeah, I've got you blocked. I've just unblocked you. I don't know how you found the channel. um, I'll probably end this soon. I know there's 6 people in here, but like as I said, it's not many chats coming in now. It's been a great stream though. I've talked about a lot of like deep things, a lot of things where it's like what's going on in my life. I can't say much more than I've already said at the moment. There's just a few reasons why I can't say much more than I've already said. Again, there may be a few people in here that already know what I'm talking about to a certain extent. Um, so I'm gonna whilst I'm like sort of off college, like not in college, I'm gonna try and learn editing more. I have a class in 3 minutes, so I'm gonna go now. I appreciate you coming in, Donny. Obviously, I do know your name. I know you can see that I call you Donny here, but I just want if you want me to call you the name on here, I will. But it's up to you. Have a good class, mate. I'll end this as soon as it gets to an hour, so it's like, oh yeah, we've been live for an hour. I've seen people shouting me out on Snapchat as well, shouting the channel out. I hope you all have a good evening. As I say, I'll end this in a few minutes, in a minute or so. I know there's 5 people in here just watching me just barely talk. You can call me what you like. All right. Have a good day. Yeah, thanks. Have a great day. Cheers, mate. Have a good day, Ardash, or Adash. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. Donny apparently in serious contention to start. I hope he really does. I think he will start because the reception that he got, if anyone don't know, he got a great reception against City. It was a great few minutes until reality kicked back in again. That we were losing 2-0 and getting battered on the pitch by him. But I think he probably will start, yeah. And at the end of the day, that's good. I'd probably be gutted that he's going to start and I won't be able to watch it. Like, I'm barely going to be able to watch the match. Do you know what I mean? I like Ollie as a person, but I'm all done. Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, Ollie. Obviously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a great person as a person, um, and even as a manager, maybe he is one of the worst managers in the league. Like as we're all coming to sort of accepting, and it is sad to accept whether some people are thriving off it or not. It's sad to accept. However, we know that he's out of his depth. I just hope that he goes with some form of sort of respect, like in the sense of we all have respect for him and say, fair enough. You took us from like D to C or D to B. Like, you just can't take us from B to A. But at the end of the day, he's still a club legend. Yeah, lol, Donny came on and we were happy. He deserves it so much. Yeah, definitely. Fred does so well for Brazil, but as a United player, he's inconsistent. Some people just don't suit the Premier League. Maybe he's inconsistent due to coaching. Maybe that would change it. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. Maybe he just doesn't suit the league. I don't know. Again, I don't have the answer to that. Maybe he's playing against worst opposition. Maybe we again, we don't know, do there's many factors that come into it, and many things that we don't even think of. The things that I've not just said. Do you know what I mean? That we just don't think of. I feel like it's better like doing these rather than just interacting on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? Because again, we can have a good conversation here. You can hear me speaking and hear my point of view. Although I can't hear you speaking, like not you, like you specifically, quick clips, but everyone who's in it. Do you know what I mean? You can hear me. You can hear me speaking. That's true, to be fair, because I remember Fred balling from this time last year. Yeah, lol, I'm typing too much. Nah, don't worry about it, man. You're doing, like you're making the stream better. Do you know what I mean? I'm interacting with you. When is the next stream? Likely Tuesday. I don't know if you're in England or not. So I'm just gonna say my UK time here. Tuesday, 8 p.m. UK time, likely. As I've said on Twitter, the stream schedules may be all over the place for the next maybe month. Maybe they won't be. Maybe things will fall into place like that, as I'm hoping. However, it's unrealistic that that's going to happen at the moment. So again, I'm just sorting a few things out. I'm hoping to get a few things sorted. I am in England, bro. 8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. It's likely that I've got an up and coming sports journalist. I won't call. He's not like a massive journalist that you'll know of. You might know him of him on Twitter. His name's Mo Ibrahim. I might have him on Tuesday, and we're talking about getting him on in January as well. That'll be the Premier League game week review. If I'm free next Thursday, I'll try again, and I'll try and do one of these again. Yo, still streaming, nice. Yeah, I'll probably end this soon. RHN. Yeah, or him. Yeah, him. Yeah. Again, like I say, I normally do Tuesday 2 p.m. That looks like it isn't going to be possible for a while. Well, maybe 1 week I'll do Tuesday 2 p.m. and then if I get the job that I'm trying to get, maybe I won't even be able to do streams on Tuesday. Maybe I'll be able to do on Wednesday and then Tuesday some weeks and then Monday, etc. It's going to be a difficult one, but I'll make an actual video. I'll stream the update, but I'll make an actual like stream that turns into a video that's specifically designed to update you on where I'm going with this. At the moment, but only when everything's sorted. If everything does get sorted within the next few months, which I'm hoping it does. I have a missed video. United Falcon did a collab with you. United Falcon was planning to do a collab with me, but he had exams. So obviously, fair enough. Like he's messaged me saying, "I've got exams. I need to focus on that." So fair enough. Give me a shout out on Twitter. All right, Jen, I can shout you out, yeah, but you've got more followers than me. Do you know what I mean? It's pointless me shouting you out. You've got more followers than me. I wish I had my old account so I could shout you out, mate. if you could re-sign one United player who's played with us in the last 5 years? Oh, that's a very good question. Very good question. You don't have more followers than me. How many do you have then? That's a very good question, that actually. My mind says Herrera straight away. Herrera comes to my mind. We need a midfielder, don't we? I'd have to say Herrera or Valencia, Antonio Valencia. I believe that the right back is a position personally that's just going completely under the radar. I don't believe that the right backs at the club are good enough completely. I believe that it's as much as an issue as the midfield, in my personal opinion. Maybe slightly less of an issue, but nearly as much. It's a massive issue. I really, really don't rate them, and it's nothing like personal or anything like that. Obviously, it's the sense that I just don't rate them. It would have to be Herrera though. Yeah, more Zlatan. I wouldn't say Zlatan. The reason why I wouldn't say Zlatan is, let's face it, that he's a footballing legend. Let's be honest with ourselves. But he was coming towards the end of his career for a start, and he reminded me a lot of Lukaku when Lukaku played for United, and even Lukaku now when he's playing for Chelsea. Great goal scorer, or can be, but just not in the game. Like when you're in the game, you're detrimental to the team. Yes, I agree. Herrera for me. About right backs, we are looking for Trippier. He starts for us, can attack and defend and whip a good ball. And Wan-Bissaka for me is good, but attacking wise, it needs improving. You see, people say again, attacking wise, he needs improving. I've noticed things, especially when I'm at the match. Like again against City, Wan-Bissaka was always 2 seconds late to his man. So let me just hide this a second. So let's say Foden has got here, yeah. Wan-Bissaka will get here 2 seconds late, and Foden's already moved across. Like just as an example like that. So, and I feel Wan-Bissaka when he's on the ball, he's not very something wrong with his balancing or something like that. He's not very good on his feet. I don't understand it. He was very good for us for a certain period, and then he just sort of dropped off. I'll put that back on there. With Trippier, he can play left back, right back, obviously, and wing back as well. He's a good player. My dream, though, as a younger player and a player who would love at United, as you will have seen, is Tariq Lamptey. I absolutely love Tariq Lamptey. I can't explain why. There's something about him. When got to say Zlatan as a non-United fan, fair enough. When we went 5-3-2, Delo should have started his wing back. He's very good. Yeah, I remember he got that assist. Did he get the assist against PSG that game when we got through? It was that night in Paris, or did he get the penalty? I can't fully remember. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka can be all right, but needs better attacking positioning. I'm not sure. Quick clips. I'm honestly not sure. I don't think I've got any. I will always hope that Wan-Bissaka does well. But people, let's say people don't have faith in McTominay to be a good CDM, which fair enough, you've got a very good reason for that. But I'm the same with Wan-Bissaka as being our right back. I really don't I really don't have the same the faith that I used to have in him. Yeah, he made. Yeah, I remember Rashford scored it. Absolutely love Rashford. Like, I honestly can't express it. I unfollowed everyone, so I don't have to follow as I used to. Oh, fair enough. Kind of got sick of no replies to my tweets. I love Rashford. Yeah, man. If you ask me, like I said before, if you asked me to replace any footballer in the world at United with Rashford, I wouldn't. No one. Not saying he's the best in the world. What I'm saying is I wouldn't replace him. I love him so much. He's probably one of my best players of all time already. Like one of my favorite players of all time already at age 23. He's just an absolute inspiration. Cheers for making the stream come back alive again. Whether I end this in 10 minutes or 20 minutes, up to you. Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, front three. That was amazing days. Yeah, great. Again, that was just after lockdown. That was Project Restart. Like when we were like, and I'm going to give an example of a team who literally collapsed after lockdown, but in Sheffield United. I remember that game when was it 3-0, 5-0 we won or something like that. Great. He's 24. Yeah, I said 23. It was his birthday last week or 2 weeks ago, wasn't and he has an elite mentality. And he doesn't just have an elite mentality just with football either. Great person. He's literally forced a Tory government to do many U-turns to help children, well, and inspire millions worldwide. Do you know what I mean? He's a great person. I feel like Rashford sort of says, describe Man United right now with a player that plays for United. Rashford. Uh, like obviously, if you're saying describe Man United altogether, you're either saying Sir Alex or Sir Matt or youth, um, or even Jimmy Murphy. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Rashford deserves everything. Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. I don't get the people who constantly slander him. Just seeing someone reply to me with an edit of me. Martial stands don't like Rashford and LUHGs. Yeah, I don't get it. Like I like all of our players. I won't say I dislike this player. Like with Pogba, for example, I say I'm done with Pogba in the sense of I'm just I don't dislike him. It's just like I just don't think he should be a United player at the end of the day. But like, I don't understand why there's so much of this division of this sort of. Well, I do understand why this division. Um, I'll probably speak about that, not just in division on football's division in life. I'll speak about that on another stream because I've been talking about that a lot recently over the past week or two. Because I've noticed there's been a lot of division, not just with football. I'm just talking about news in general at the moment. I love Pogba on the pitch; he's a beauty to watch. Nah, I disagree with you. He can be a beauty to watch. Let's say that France game was it in the Euros? Who was it against now? Is it Croatia, Switzerland? It was. He was man of the match despite them knocking France out, and he was a beauty to watch in that game. But he just doesn't perform consistently enough for us. He's always. I don't know. There's something about it where his heart's just not in it. It just looks like his heart's not in it. And I know myself, when your heart's not in something, you're never going to perform consistently. And I'm not just talking about football again. I'm talking about just general things. When your heart's not in something, you're not going to perform to the best of your ability. And I don't feel like his heart's in it. He's not performed consistently for 4 or 5 years since he's been back here. And there's always the conditions. I need 2 CDMs. I need a better team. I need this. I need that. I need this money. I need that. And then there's in the media, and it's just a headache to deal with as a fan. It's like, just shut up. Do you know what I mean? True, because to be fair, Pogba had been moved to left wing as a CDM, then as centre mid, as a DM, and then left wing again. It's not really fair on him because he can't gel in the position. But he got moved to left wing because he couldn't perform in midfield. Then he got moved to midfield because he stopped performing in left wing after 2 games. Then he got moved to CDM because he stopped performing as a centre mid completely. Then he got moved to left wing because he weren't performing as a CDM. Because it's like, why I understand he needs time, etc. But he's getting time, he's getting this, that, and the other. He's got Bruno Fernandes around him. I understand he's got McTominay and Fred there, who aren't the best players in the world. But you've got there's a good team there. Let's be honest. You'd be able to perform with that team. He performed with an arguably worse team than ours in the Serie A with Juventus. I feel like Pogba just doesn't suit the Premier League as a footballer. I feel like it'll definitely go somewhere else and smash it, but I just don't feel like he suits the Premier League, and it is what it is at the end of the day. We can't really change that, can we? Make sure to leave a like, by the way. There's 5 people in here still. Been live for how long now? An hour and 15 minutes. Proud of myself being live for that long. Again, I was planning to go live for days, but it's like I normally just go live on a quick instinct. In a match, I'd trial Pogba as the 10, Bruno is the 8. Bruno defensively is way better. Yeah, Bruno tracks back though. You see Bruno tracking back in the number 10, like as a number 10. Pogba doesn't track back. I understand what you're saying there, but then if we're doing that, Bruno isn't being used to the best of his ability because he's one of the best number 10s in the world. But then Pogba, what if Pogba doesn't perform consistently in the number 10? We're going to be deprived of goals even more than we already are, and we barely score as it is. Do you know what I mean? It's a struggle. Again, we're talking here, and we're just debating options, and whether we have the answer or not, we don't have the answer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer probably doesn't have the answer, which is an issue for us. But we can only hope that he does have the answer and turns it around. Yeah, so I'll be trying to get a green screen for the next Q&A. It might be within the next month or so, though, that it gets sorted. It depends. Again, I don't know how to sort of do the green screen and sort of sort that out. So it's going to be a difficult situation. Someone's said they would sort it out for me. We miss Varane massively. Definitely miss Varane. Hopefully he's fit for Saturday. Whether he is or not, obviously we don't know. I've not actually seen any news on Varane recently. Whether he's back in training or not, I've not seen that or anything like that. Someone asked me to talk about Quincy Promise, and why a lot of footballers are getting arrested recently. And obviously, again, I don't know. And Maguire, in my opinion, should be dropped. He's been good for England. For United, he's made far too many mistakes for us this year. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's not captain material, is he? I still believe that he'll be back. I still believe that he's a class player and that he'll be back. I'm not saying, oh, he's not good enough for United, etc. He's definitely a good enough player for United. I'm going to give an example here. We seen when he was injured last season, at the end of last season, and everyone was saying we miss Maguire so much, we miss him so much, and now everyone's saying he's not good enough. He is good enough. He's just not performing good enough. And at the end of the day, he should be dropped for that because I'm saying Pogba should be dropped for that. So should Maguire. Do you know what I mean? It works both ways. I'll probably end this soon. I know I keep saying that, but I probably will. 14 likes and 1 dislike. That's good. That it helps promote the video and promote the stream and stuff like that. Not saying it's true, but apparently Maguire's sister sent an email to Luckhurst. Uh, it's a difficult situation. This we don't know. Like you say, Luckhurst has said 2 + 2 = 5. I'm not discrediting Luckhurst's credibility, whether he's telling the truth, whether he's not. What I'm saying is he dug out the players and then expected the players not to sort of respond, or the players' family to not be happy with that. Whether that's Maguire or not, we don't know. I had a feeling that this would be mentioned in this stream, and I was thinking about whether to talk about it or not because it's quite a personal thing. Do you know what I mean? Because on the put look on, yeah, I saw that. I did see that. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. It's it's a situation where it's like, what if I've called you a dickhead? Yeah, let's say I've called you a dickhead over DMs, and then you go and say to people that I've called you a dickhead. Right, that's fair enough. You can say that to people, but people are going to ask for proof. People should be asking for proof. Uh, I, I I don't agree with leaking private DMs. However, I also don't agree with telling people this has happened with no proof. Just don't talk about it. Just don't talk about that happening. It's not even relevant because it's not Maguire specifically saying it. It even if it is Maguire's sister, it's not Maguire specifically saying it. It was known that it's a footballer's family that said it. it's irrelevant. Do you know what I mean? Why are you mentioning that? It's not a footballer that's saying it. It's a footballer's family. Maybe the footballer, if it is Maguire or whoever it is, maybe that's the person's done that without Maguire's permission. Just like some of us say things on Twitter without our family knowing. Do you know what I mean? It works both ways. You've got to think about it from a reasonable point of view. And I understand a lot of pro players can't take criticism, but it is what it is. But I've got to go. Sorry, I enjoyed your stream. Got a couple of pieces of work to do. Make sure you do well on the work, mate. I hope you have a good night. Hold on, so people think players get abused for bad performances, even though the abusers can't make League One football. Yep, I agree with you, RHN. I agree. This is my point a lot of the time. Maybe you could say, "Oh, he didn't have the best game," or he's shit. Do you know what I mean? If you're in a game, I get like proper worked up. This is why I don't do watch-alongs, because I get worked up during the game, but I just don't want that on camera because that's not me. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it is like, I don't know. People say, "Oh, that's not our job," but it's a difficult situation, isn't it? Also, I got work to do as well. You have a good I do the work well, mate. Should end the stream. I'll end the stream here. We've been live for an hour and 20 minutes. Did well there. I appreciate you for being on here. I appreciate it. See you later. Bye.